Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I'm just going to run you through what's going on behind the scenes at Hyde Park FC. Basically, last week we applied to have a third team in the league. We was thinking about it anyway. Obviously last season we tried to get 3 teams in, but we got voted against by 11 teams to 8, so they blocked us having 3 teams last year. This season we wasn't really going to go for it. We didn't think we'd get the players that turned up pre-season that did turn up pre-season, so we got a lot of players come into the club, which is pretty mental. So what I had to do, I had to apply to the FA to ask to have a third team in, especially after Wootton folded as well, so that's 2 more teams that dropped out of the league, and there's a couple more clubs that are on the edge of not playing next season, so I hear. So what I did is I applied to the FA and asked them if we could have an A side this season in combination 2, because at the end of the day I just want to give as many men football as we can this season, and by bringing a combination 2 side in, it activates another level of football that people can go and play at. So yeah, I don't want to keep leaving people out of squads and saying, oh no, sorry mate, you're not in, and I want to give everybody football this year. So I sent a message to the FA. They come back very quickly and moved very swiftly and have been absolutely brilliant in getting us into this league so we can have 3 teams. So massive thank you to Andrew Justice, Daz Dyer and all the fellas behind the scenes. I know it's not easy doing something when the season kicks off in 8 days time basically, so had to now hire a pitch, which we have hired Wootton Recreational Ground. I know some people say, oh, jumping on Wootton's downfall. No, basically it's either that or 9 acres, and 9 acres is absolute fucking shit, so we had a choice between Wootton and 9 acres. We could have put everybody at Seaclose Park, but there's already 3 teams there, so we thought Wootton's spare, we'll rent that off the same people we rent Seaclose Park off, and yeah, happy days. So we managed to lock that in, that's all sorted. Got to go and pay and pick up the keys for that this week. And then it's like, right, we need a kit for them, so obviously scrambling to get a kit, so we're doing that. We're getting the kit sorted as we speak. And then it's like, we need a few more players, so we have signed 10 more players. Here are them players now on the screen. So how is the club going to run? Well, what's going to happen is there's been some discussions. I have asked a couple of lads who have picked up big injuries at our club who cannot play football no more to come in and manage, but they're not in a position to do that at the moment. So I've made the decision to manage both first team and A sides. So what will happen is I will pick both first team and A team every week. So that way I can organise everything, I can speak with all the players, I can make sure everything's organised and sorted. And then what I'm going to do on match days is I'm going to ask a pair of chaps that I trust, that know football, that have been around football for a long time. So I'm going to ask 2 fellas who I haven't even asked yet. So the first time they'll hear this is in this video. So Stu Robertson and Stuart Bates, I want them to take charge of the team on match days. Both of their sons will play in that side, with all the other boys in there, and they can make a bloody good team and go and really enjoy football in that division. Also, if we get games off and stuff through the winter, at least then we've got 3 chances of a game every Saturday, so that's good for the club. And yeah, like going from last season where we had a horrific season in Division 1, if you watch the channel, you'll know that we received 14 red cards in the first half of the season and served a total of 49 games in bans between the players, and was on the verge of being kicked out of the league at one point, having our fixtures suspended and loads of stuff going on and investigations left, right and centre. To turn a corner in the second half of the season, only getting 1 red card in the whole second half of the last season, and getting to a Memorial Cup final in the Rezzies winning combination 2, I think we showed a lot of maturity and success along the way. So I suppose that and other things add up to the club being appealing. So Hyde Park FC, two loads of players this season has been appealing. They have come to training and we got 73 players signed on, so we're ready for the season. The only thing is, it is going to be a rush job for the A side. Obviously, the Resis are building a squad and learning on the job, so they'll continue learning throughout their season. We are down there tomorrow for High Park Res v Ventnor Res down at Watcombe, bottom 4 kickoff. I will vlog that. I will bring you the highlights of that game tomorrow night. And the A team will be the same. They will be chucked together with no friendlies, with hardly any training together. So they will be chucked in the deep end, and they're going to have to learn on the job. But to make your football club run and to be successful, at the end of the day, you're going to have good people around you. I mean, I can only do so much, which I am. Believe me, when I doing normal day-to-day stuff, I'm doing football stuff. I'm running around, I'm talking to people every night and organising stuff, and yeah, it's bloody hard to run a men's football club. But with Ireland football, I'm not saying it's on its arse, but it is on its arse. I've seen a county press clip from, I don't know, the 90s, where there was 3 Sunday League divisions and God knows how many youth teams, and men's football was thriving. It's not the case no more. Sometimes you have to drag people to football. I have to supply boots and shin pads to lads to get them out. Everybody who runs clubs gets that on a match day. Anybody got any shinners? Anybody got any boot size 8s, 9s, 10s? And you have to do so many things. Matey needs picking up from here, someone needs picking up from there, just to get a game of football on every week. So it is tough. But I think everybody at this club and myself have got the minerals to get it done this season, to field 3 sides all season long. I want to make lads fall in love with football again. Some lads go to clubs and they fucking hate it, you know, and they fall out of love with a beautiful game. And if we can get people to enjoy football again, then when we're winning at the end of the day. Obviously, our first team is going to be strong this season. Our Resis is particularly strong as well, once we sorted them out. And then the A side, we can build as we go. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you an update of where the club is. We are looking for a sponsor for the A team. If anybody out there wants to sponsor the training tops and have their logo on the front of them for the season, get in touch. And yeah, here we go again. It's another weekend. We got a busy period coming up where the first team, we've got 4 games in 14 days when their season starts next Saturday. Obviously, the FA are throwing stuff down our throats through the start of the season because of the wet weather last season. So it's a paranoia of getting the season finished on time. So at the start of every season, at the end of every season, you just get hammered with games, and we can't do nothing about that. That's just the way football runs. Yeah, welcome all the lads to the club, and here we go. Hope everybody's had a great week, and remember, out the fucking park.